everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Stephanie. Today we're going to talk about the virus going around. My husband's been off work probably shortly after it started. So he's been off work the majority of the time. He went back to work 2 weeks ago now. And last night I was out with a girlfriend I haven't seen in a long time, and he called me and told me he was going to the hospital. He thought he was having an anxiety attack because he suffers from PTSD from being overseas. So I met him at the hospital and he was tested positive for COVID in his lungs. So we spent the majority of the night at the hospital. I kept asking the nurses if he was going to be staying the night because I had to go home and let my dogs out. So I didn't know if I should leave or if they're going to let him go. So they said they didn't know. So I said, okay, I'll just run home. Because we live probably 45 minutes away from the hospital. I'll go home, let the dogs out. And so I went back to the hospital, sat by his side until probably, I believe it was around 6. Kept asking him what's going on, when are the rest of the tests coming back. Next thing I know, they bring in another ambulance and they're carting him off to a different hospital. So, in the meantime, this is 6:15 in the morning, so I had to go back home, let the dogs out. I needed to lay down and get some sleep, because at this time I've been up for over 25 hours. So I slept about 3 hours, got up, went to the hospital that they moved him to. And when I got there, the nurse told me where his room was and just to go right in. So I did, and I was kind of ticked off because he still had his work clothes on, laying in bed. I did bring him pajamas to wear because nobody likes hospital gowns. But he didn't have a hospital gown, he was still in his clothes. So I gave him some pajamas, helped him put them on, and I'm sitting there and I asked him if he ate and he said no, so he still hadn't ate yet. So then the nurse and the doctor come in, they're checking him over, talking about some other stuff, and they want to do an MRI, so they're going to be doing an MRI on him shortly. They leave. Before they left, I asked them if he was able to eat, and they said yes, he didn't have any restrictions. And I said, well, he hasn't ate since yesterday, sometime yesterday, and nobody offered him any food. And the doctor said, well, it's not lunchtime yet. What about frickin' breakfast? Anyway, I was already ticked off because he was still in his work clothes and not very comfortable. And then to top it off, he didn't get any food. So anyway, another girl comes in, another nurse, and she's talking to my husband, and she looks over at me and she says, oh, I didn't see you there, because his room's really dark because the light hurts his eyes. And she said, someone said, do you want some food? And he said yes, just give the menu to my wife. And she's like, well, she's not supposed to be in here. And I said, well, the nurse at the front told me just to come right in. And she said, yeah, that's an oversight, that I wasn't supposed to be there. And I let her know that I was not leaving until I order my husband some food. And she said, okay, just make it quick, because she didn't want either of us to get in trouble. Which is fine, it wasn't her fault that I was in the room. I wasn't at fault, because the nurse in the front told me just to go in. Anyway, my husband is in the hospital. He's got COVID in his lungs. He's having headaches. Really, really bad headaches, migraines. They're going to be doing an MRI. They think he might have some other issues. So, after I ordered him food, I came home, let dogs out, and now I'm just waiting. We're talking back and forth as much as we can. The screen hurts his eyes, his head. Sound hurts his head. He's got the chills. He got the COVID swab, where they swab through your nose, and it came back negative. But then they did an x-ray, and they said he had it. So, I don't see why they do the swabs if it doesn't even show if you have it. Seems quite pointless to me. But anyway, I just want to come on here, let you guys know what was going on. I didn't upload yesterday. I know I told you I was going to be consistent Mondays and Thursdays. But I did not upload yesterday. A little busy. But I will keep you guys updated on this. Let you know how it goes. I'm hoping he gets to come home soon. I don't know how long they're going to keep him. I don't know what the MRI is going to read. But I think he might have meningitis on top of the COVID. But just be safe out there. Like I said, he was off work for a few months and he was fine. He wasn't around anybody. He's seen a couple of friends here and there during this time when the ban was lifted. But he worked for a week. He was fine. Monday he started getting headaches. He was just taking a leave to get rid of them, and it seemed to work. But now his headaches are so bad, the only way he can get rid of them is morphine. But we're all praying and hoping he does better. So I'm gonna try and keep busy and make some videos because I can't be at the hospital. Just sitting around worrying about it is just going to drive me nuts. So I'm going to stay home, do my part. Only go to the grocery store when needed. But that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. So I'm sure I'll be making a lot of videos for you guys. And I will also give you all updates on my husband. So that is it. I'm going to let you go before I start crying. And I will update you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.